You're back in here for some top stories. And Adam, not a great weekend for quarterbacks trying to stay healthy, unfortunately. What do we need to know about Josh Allen?
He left the game yesterday, Laura, with an ankle injury. The good part for the Bills and Josh Allen was he came back in and finished the game. And so the expectation is that he will be out there again this weekend, despite the fact that he did suffer that ankle injury in Cleveland against the Browns yesterday. The Green Bay Packers have bigger quarterback concerns. They have two quarterbacks hurt right now. Jordan Love is still in concussion protocol. They'll wait to see whether he can clear that this week to be able to start this upcoming weekend. If he can't, then the question is whether they'll have Malik Willis, who banged his shoulder against the Chicago Bears near the end of the game, and he's quite sore, according to Matt LaFleur, but they don't feel like they need to sign another quarterback at this point in time. And Lamar Jackson has a back contusion that the Ravens head coach John Harbaugh said is leaving him day to day. They will assess how he feels as the week goes on, make a determination about whether he can return for this weekend's game. If he can't, then Tyler Huntley once again would step in. But it's been a tough season for Lamar Jackson between his ankle, his toe, his hamstring, and now the back injury he suffered last night.
Yeah, so many people want to talk about the Ravens. We're about to get into that, but this season would be a lot different if Lamar had been able to stay healthy. Thanks to Adam. More from you coming later. Let's show you what happened in this game on Sunday Night Football. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens hosting the Patriots late in the second quarter. Jackson right here keeps the handoff, goes down quick. This is where he gets hurt on the play.
Yeah, it didn't really look like much, but Lamar Jackson doesn't return, and he was playing early on in this game with some shades of the Lamar of old.
Man, game tied at half. You see the frustration as he's making his way back to the locker room. Early fourth quarter, the Ravens leading 17-13. Tyler Huntley now in a quarterback. He hands it off to Derrick Henry, who finds the end zone.
I bet Derrick Henry's going to touch the ball a lot more for the rest of the game.
That'd be nice. Ravens extend their lead 24-13. Ensuing Patriots drive. Drake Maye connecting with Kyle Williams downfield.
This is an absolute dime. This is not bad coverage by Marlon Humphrey. Kyle Williams, the young speedster, catches this football, gets the shin down. Drake Maye is an absolute dude.
That two-point conversion was pretty nice, too. So the Patriots trail 24-21. Just over 3 to play. Same score. Pats, 4th and 2 at the Ravens 48. Maye finds Stephon Diggs for a catch and run of 21 yards. 2 plays later, Ramondre Stevenson finding the hole, sprints ahead into the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown.
Listen, this is big for this team. This team trailed after having a tough week against the Buffalo Bills, showed what they were made of.
Pats lead 28-24, under 2 minutes to play. Second play of the next Ravens drive. Huntley hitting Zay Flowers, but Caleb Chase punching the ball out.
LSU.
Yes, Lord.
I knew that was coming.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Patriots win it 28-24. What a win for New England. And now the Patriots tied with the Broncos atop the conference at 12-3. However, Denver controls its own destiny, can clinch the top seed and a bye in the first round by winning its final 2 games against the Chiefs and the Chargers. Peter, a blown fourth quarter lead for Baltimore. Don't worry, people, we're going to get into the Patriots side of things, but what went wrong for the Ravens?
Didn't even show the non-pass interference call on Booty, which was an insane non-call, and that could have gone their way as well. Ravens lost again at home, their 3rd straight loss. They lost to the Bengals on Thanksgiving. They lost to the Steelers, and now they've lost to the Patriots after being up 11 in the fourth quarter. It's head-scratching that this is what it is now in Baltimore, where it used to be you don't come out of there with a victory, and they're going to beat you and pound you when you're there. So they're 3-6 on the season, and now they've got only road games left at home. Turnovers, mistakes. Lamar was hurt the entire season, never seemed like this team ever got out of their funk. And now it's the Steelers' division to lose, and to do that would be catastrophic, and they'd have a lot of things to go wrong. So you look at this window. They have a 2-time MVP quarterback, 3-time first-team All-Pro, and this group never made it to a Super Bowl. You start to wonder, are we talking about it in the past tense, or is this one that can just, hey, we snap our fingers, we're back at it next year? I don't know. Same coach, same quarterback. They never got to play in a Super Bowl with this crew.
When I tell you I love this team, I love this team. I've been a huge fan of the Ravens and Lamar Jackson since he's gotten there. They turn the football over too much in critical games. the games that they have to have, they have these back-breaking turnovers. The Derrick Henry fumble was a drive that looked like it was at least going to end up in a field goal, but this drive was looking good enough to get into the end zone. Here, you see I don't know what Mark Andrews is doing right here. Thank goodness for the penalties, and obviously it nullified the play. And then Zay Flowers, this is a great job by Caleb Chase on. You may see him later, but you got to take care of the football. Remember the last time we saw Zay Flowers in a critical spot in a game, going in for a touchdown, fumbled the football in a similar situation. Look, I don't want to belabor this, but the Baltimore Ravens have to look at themselves in the mirror and understand that the value of the football has potentially squandered their opportunities to go to Super Bowls or, in this case, make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It makes you scratch your head. I picked them to win the Super Bowl. A lot of people did preseason, and it just has not gone their way for many reasons. Let's talk about the Patriots, though. Yeah. How impressive was the performance of Drake Maye?
First off, when Drake Maye go home this offseason, all the brothers need to call him Big Bro. They're going to stop Lil Broing him.
Drake!
Well, Drake! Because Drake Maye, 2 times this year, he's had to fight through adversity and show us what he was made of the next week. Pittsburgh Steelers, early on in the season, they come back, play the Carolina Panthers, beat them 42-13. This week was even more difficult. When he faced the blitz early on in this game, Darius Washington gets a sack, forced fumble. Late in this game, they absolutely ate the blitz up, and it was because he recognized it. It was because he attacked it, he anticipated, and used his legs. The big Kyle Williams throw late, and then a huge 4th and 2 on that last drive where you beat Darius Washington with Stephon Diggs. Drake Maye is showing us it's not just about the talent, but what this kid is made of intangibly, and I love what we saw from him against the Ravens.
Now he's the best in-the-pocket quarterback in the NFL. 2 game-winning drives this year. Game-winning drive 1 was the first win against Buffalo on the road. And then last night, down 11 on the road at the bank. And if you go through that drive, it's vintage New England this year. Double chip crosser. How many times have we seen this from this season? Where they protect the edges, he rips a crosser. Play number 2, okay? Steph at the number 3 spot, working a one-on-one route on 2nd down. Number 3, corner pressure. Where's my hot? To the tight end right now. Beat the blitzer, ball out of my hand. Number 4, 4th and 2. This ball's 1 inch behind. It's going to be batted away and they lose. But Steph in the slot. Number 3, you're going to get pocket movement, climb the pocket, find the outlet, completion, and then the game-winning run. 6 offensive linemen. Look how Baltimore almost is adjusted too much over the edge, all the way to the left side of our screen. They're just running like duo here, front side, but everybody's inside-out blocking, and then there's that Stevenson run. This has kind of been who this football team has become. Drake Maye is so good of understanding the why of what they're doing. The pocket movement is elite. The ball placement is off the charts good. And when they got to make the plays, they make the plays. And it's because their young quarterback gets them in the situation to do so. Very, very impressive win on the road in that situation.
Yeah, guys, and just one more thing on the Ravens. They could be eliminated from playoff contention in Week 17. They're not yet, but if they see a loss at the Packers.
People, I'm Scooby Migueza alongside Amina Smith. NFL Week 16 wraps up tonight with a huge matchup in Indianapolis, and we'll get you ready for that.
And we have an NFL legend joining the show a little bit later on. You don't want to miss our chat with John Elway, but we start with the latest on Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, most definitely, Amina. The QB left last night's loss to the Patriots with a back injury. Jackson was hurt late in the second, and when he was kneed in the back while being tackled. It's the second time this season the Ravens quarterback has been forced out of the game. Tyler Huntley came in for relief and led 2 scoring drives for Baltimore. The Steelers are in prime position to win the AFC North. As we talk about the other teams in the AFC, after beating the Lions, according to ESPN Analytics, Pittsburgh has a 92% chance to win the division. As for the Ravens, things are looking scary after last night's loss. Their only chance to make the playoffs is to win the North, and those odds drop to 8% with upcoming games against the Packers and the Steelers. We are now joined by Coach Herm Edwards. And Coach, Derrick Henry did not receive a single touch after scoring his second touchdown with 12:50 remaining in the game. Given the must-win situation for the Ravens, how should they use Derrick Henry going forward?
Well, I'm not going to try to second-guess the coach, but Coach Harbaugh's a fine football coach, and And that game that took place was a game of really they had control of the line of scrimmage. And Derrick Henry was running the ball very effectively. The fourth quarter came along, and Derrick Henry only touched the ball 4 times. And when you're the head coach, you got to make sure that you tell that offensive coordinator, I want 22 touching the ball. Let's end the game. Let's get out of here. He was averaging 7 yards a carry. And so, I think when they look back at it and look back at how they attacked it, they will probably do some adjusting.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, after the game, John Harbaugh did admit that it was a mistake not to have Henry in the game during crunch time. But staying in the AFC, the Steelers came up big with their road win over the Lions, extending their win streak to 3 straight. Has Pittsburgh showed